Okay, I think now the hard part's gone. Now we are back to the easy part. Let's continue.
Indonesia is a vast country made up of over 17,000 islands.
Okay.
And each of these islands carries its own culture. And cultures within cultures. We are in Flores, Indonesia. And we are on our way to a traditional Manggarai village, way up in the very tops of the mountains. This village is very different from the American culture I come from. So I was surprised to come away understanding one facet of American life better than I did going in.
So porky.
We started in Labuan Bajo and made our way all the way over here to the middle of these mountains.
Flores is relatively untouched by tourism, so there are certain areas that like tourists tend to congregate, but in between those it's just like full-on farmland, regular communities. Couple of towns. Hello.
And then the last section along the coast.
Okay.
Beautiful coastline with the view of Flores Island. However, man, the last hour was the hardest motorcycle ride I have ever done, including when I grew up in Thailand. Yes.
There's a very narrow cement part there.
Success and slight failure. Finally, this clip come in handy. I know, I just know one of these, so yeah.
And it looks beautiful. It looks swimmable.
Some part of it.
It looks like you can stay there actually.
Upon arrival, we took to the trail, which was an experience all itself.
So now we're gonna get to walk up comfortably. Let the scooter rest for the day.
We came upon the challenges of building hillside roads,
Because this is obviously like a little mini landslide.
evidence of wildlife,
I don't know, look at berry, but look at poops. I can't tell.
It looks like poop that is very organic.
Yeah.
The first time I've heard of the animal actually called a civet.
It's supposed to be secret to their people here.
and glimpses of what kept Warrabo village thriving way up high in the mountains. Though we didn't fully put everything together all at once.
No idea what it is.
I'm not sure either, but
They look at berries, I don't know.
we came in all that way, didn't we? Yeah, and it looks like they're drying out most likely rice is what I'm guessing, but
Yeah.
there's probably some other
Beans,
things
yeah,
as
some other
well.
things. Cashew maybe? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll show
we'll
you.
see. You've never seen peanuts before.
Yeah, so we can walk around and check out. I think that's peanuts. They peel the peanuts. There's some puppy here too.
The home of the village chief also serves as a kind of community center. This is where we were received, paid for accommodations, and went through a formal welcome ceremony.
You can hear activity inside the house because there's like 6 or 8 families live in each of these houses. What is interesting about this, I think, what Weibo village is the way they approach tourism, where they integrate us tourists into the community by having us stay in one of the guest house, traditional guest house, and they even say we can visit any of the house, but we just have to say hi, and saying hi In Weibo, it's tabi, just to greet people and get to know people.
It was also here that we finally learned what those berries, cashews, and peanuts actually were.
And so this is as local as you can get this coffee.
I was like, I didn't even know what coffee bean looked like and coffee tree looked like. And then they're like, yeah, we are famous for here. So they actually like the whole village.
Coffee is such a central part of American society. Unless you are really into coffee, you don't really know like what goes on behind the scenes to produce it.
So upon entering to go to the shower, we found the processing thing for the coffee. That's a coffee bag.
It's a lot. It is.
I think so. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I get it, I think. Somehow they have to get to what's inside the bean.
They have to squeeze the water out and they dried it.
Right.
After being dried, sorted, and classified, the beans are eventually roasted above an open fire.
Yep, so they all stack up there.
Coffee is sometimes a symbol for an overzealous work culture that takes for granted other things that give life meaning. But up here in Warrabo, I realized it didn't have to be this way.
You know, maybe in a way we're drawn to these traditional communities, these traditional villages, because that sense of community and family bonds and friendship bonds, really living a simple life.
These are the instruments that passed down by their ancestors that they have been still using for this day. The stair, the bamboo staircase right here. This is how you go up.
But I was also reminded not to over-romanticize life in the mountains. And nature is more than postcard perfect.
Oth is telling me I have bites around my face. As I was coming up through the towns and communities, and everybody was so friendly, and part of me was like, you know, actually it would be kind of cool to do even a homestay in just a community, you know, outside of this traditional village. So much of the culture of this western part of Flores is kind of downstream from this traditional village. Yeah, for the time that we were here, it felt like time stood still for a little bit, but we were quickly reminded this morning that it's time to go.
It's like every time I watch, I look at it, it's like, wow, this beautiful, unique cone-shaped house, and then you're like, wait, that is the cloud right next to it. Wait, we are surrounded by mountain and we are on top of a mountain. It's amazing. It's hiding in like
Nature, it blends in completely.
There's a rocky beach and a sandy beach. I'm like, you know what, let's stop and check it out and see what it is about.
Yeah, and the sandy beaches look really, really nice.
Let's see. What it looks nice, but it's gonna be nice. Let's go, we'll show you. It's a random beach. What's the name? We don't even know the name of the beach. This is a wild Indonesia. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It feels beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. Only locals are here, and the locals came from far away, and they just came here to enjoy the beach, like their day trip.
I just felt like completely included in their group. Like I felt like, oh, I could just like go and like have dinner with them right away. It was like nice.
Honestly, for the people with kids, they don't cook dinner. You cook dinner for them. I know the kid was swamping you, and the guy was just chit-chatting with people. Yeah, we just say goodbye to him. People are super friendly here.
Our adventure in Indonesia is not over yet. Do us a favor, like this video and subscribe so you don't miss what's next.